social channels. And here we are. So welcome to another day on planet Earth. It's Tuesday the 14th of April. It's 4 weeks in the UK of the lockdown, or as I prefer to call it, staying at home in your own safety, doing your own bit to allow the world to heal itself. I think in the choice of words, we empower ourselves as well. So a lockdown, and not necessarily my preference, but there you go. So we are tapping together every morning at 10 a.m. BST for around 20 minutes, where we get together virtually and tap on the anxiety and stress and frustration and a sense of overwhelming sadness we all experience to some degree in one way or another. My name is Sonja Kirschner. I'm a life coach, I'm a leadership coach, and I'm the founder of A Free Coaching, Training and Mind Freedom. And I'm conducting these sessions because I'm on a mission to keep us mentally and spiritually fit in these difficult times. So before we dive into the tapping session where we'll be tapping together, let me just explain to you briefly what tapping it is and why it's so powerful. And before we do start tapping, and in case you haven't already done so, make sure your hands are clean, because we will be also touching our face. You see, we will be touching our face because we will be tapping on meridian points on the energy network on our body, and most of these meridian points sit on our face. So if you haven't done so already, please go and wash your hands and come back to this. So what is tapping? Tapping brings together ancient Chinese acupressure through tapping with our fingertips on certain meridian points of our body, which are the end points of our meridian lines. And our meridian lines are really the energy network in our body. So through tapping, through the application of pressure on our meridian points, together with modern psychology, i.e. through us addressing what is going on for us in our bodies in terms of how we are feeling, in terms of addressing all the negative emotions we may be experiencing, and even the physical pain. So these two elements coupled together, so the tapping, the application of acupressure on meridian points in our body, and I'm pointing towards the side of our arm because that is the first point we will start tapping on. So the combination of the two, the application of pressure of the meridian points, and the bringing together of the modern psychology, addressing what is going on for us, allows us to find relief pretty quickly within the matter of minutes. So why it is important to find relief? Well, not only do we feel better when we find relief, I think we are in this day and age, and especially in this difficult time, we're all striving to experience and sense a sense of relief. But when we do find relief, even if it's only for a few moments, we give our bodies a chance to recover from all the stress and from all the anxiety we may be feeling. And recovery is obviously important because we give our immune system, for instance, a chance to boost itself. And there's needless to explain why we need a strong immune system at the moment. Also, we feel better, we sleep better. So there are countless of benefits, but more importantly, or most importantly, we do feel better when we experience relief. Unfortunately, for everything that is going on, and we know what is going on through watching the news, maybe we have family members who have fallen ill. And we are all affected in one way or another, be it financially, be it the loss of security we all experience in one way or another. Be it the sadness of missing out, the sadness of not being able to see people. And obviously watching this on an emphasized scale by watching the news, and I'm not saying it's not important to be aware of what's going on in the world, all this observing of the reality is causing a lot of stress for us. Our bodies essentially are trying to protect us. So all this stress, all this danger we experience and we perceive the situation to be as dangerous is sending signals to our brain, and especially the amygdala, which is the flight or fight center in our brain, which fires chemicals and hormones into our system to try to protect us, such as the big one is cortisol, the stress hormone, which is making us ready for the fight or the flight. Now, we all know that we don't need to physically fight or we don't need to run away from the situation. This is a part of our brain which has been functioning in this way for millions of years, because our brain is millions of years old, and we're still responding to danger in this way. But being exposed to the cortisol and other chemicals, harmful chemicals, if they are injected into our system long term consistently over several weeks and months, they are harmful, and they do have a negative impact on our immune system, on our physical and mental health as well. You know for yourself that if you feel that you're in danger, that your heart rate increases, that you get sweaty palms, that your breath speed increases, and there are many other aspects going on in the background. Now, we want to calm all this down, because in the calmness and in the peace, in the relief that we are experiencing, we find relief, and we give ourselves a chance to just relax and to take our power back. We give our bodies the permission and a chance to recover. We give our immune system the chance to recover. So that's why EFT is so powerful. You will experience for yourself the relief it brings in a really short period of time. So if you're up for it and you believe you know people who are suffering in this way at the moment, and to be honest, I don't know anybody who isn't to some degree suffering at the moment. So if you know anybody who would benefit from this, then please go and hit the share button. Ask people to join us either now or any other weekday, Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. BST for 20 minutes to tap together. So the tapping points we'll be starting on the side of the hand right here. And as far as the modern psychology, the statements are concerned, don't worry about it so much at the moment, because I will be saying the statements on our behalf. I will be giving you a chance to address your own feelings or the physical pain you may be experiencing, 1 or 2 rounds. But we will establish that in just a moment. So relax, it's all good. All you have to do is just tap along with me, trust the process, and experience relief. So the first point is the side of the hand right here. And we are tapping 7+ times on each point. The next point is the beginning of the eyebrows right here. And you can tap with 2 fingers or more than 2 fingers, it's up to you. The next point is the side of the eyes right here. And again, you can tap with 2 or more fingers, and you can choose which side you tap on. The meridian lines do run on both sides of our body. I choose to tap on both. Then the next point is underneath the eyes, then underneath the nose, then what we'll be calling the chin, but it's actually this crack below the lip. Then the collarbone, around 2-3 inches below the collarbone. The next point will be underneath the armpit, around 4 inches below. For women, around where the bra line sits. And then to close the cycle off, we'll be tapping on top of our head. Great. So before we start tapping, I want you, together with me, take a deep breath in, and we'll be slowing things right down for now. So take a deep breath with me. And breathe out. And as you do, just check in with yourself. See what is going on for you. What are the feelings you are feeling? It may be stress, it may be anxiety, it may be frustration, it may be sadness. What are the feelings you are experiencing in your body? It may be fear. And where would you say that emotion, that feeling lives? Where would you pinpoint it to in your body? It may also be physical pain. You may have a headache or a backache or a hip ache, and you may have been feeling this pain for a while. But what is the pain you are experiencing? And be as specific as you can be. Is it a throbbing pain? Is it a sharp pain? And this feeling, this negative emotion or the physical pain on a scale of 1 to 10 of intensity, what intensity would you give it? 10 being the highest and 1 being the lowest. But you bring this up in this session right now, I would expect it to be around 5 plus. So what intensity would you give this negative feeling, this emotion, this physical pain? Write that number down or make a mental note of it. And now you've established what it is for you that you're struggling with right now, we'll start tapping. I will kickstart the process and I will give you the time to address your own feelings or the pain you're experiencing. So just remember to trust the process. We will start off by acknowledging what is going on for us. It's not to dwell on the negativity, not to dwell on the physical pain, but to acknowledge what is happening for us. And by doing so, that process alone takes the power away from the pain, from the negative emotions, and offers us some relief. And we'll then continue by bringing in the modern psychology and calming us right down. So let's start tapping. Just repeat after me, be guided by me, and trust the process. Even though I'm experiencing all this stress and anxiety, I'm choosing to let it all go now. And again, even though I'm experiencing all this stress and anxiety and fear, I'm choosing to let it go now. Even though I am experiencing all this stress, anxiety and fear, I am choosing to let it go now. That was our setup statement. Just repeat after me. All this stress, all this anxiety, all this fear, it's causing me so much emotional pain. All this worry, all this fear of what is happening, all this fear of what is, and all this fear of what will be. So much stress. So much tension. When I think about it too much, it makes me feel ill. When I think about it too much, I feel out of control. I can feel all this pressure. I can feel all this stress. All this anxiety. All this worry. And we'll be now continuing together by you choosing your own words. I want you to address those negative emotions, negative feelings, or the physical pain you have identified at the beginning of the session. Just acknowledge what is going on. Be as specific as you can. How does it feel and where does it live? We'll be just acknowledging for 2 rounds what is going on, but I want you to choose your own words. You can say them out loud or you can think about them. We'll be tapping together. Just tap along with me, but choose your own words. You are doing really well. We're going to do another round where we're acknowledging what is going on. And as we tap, don't forget to breathe. Just breathe deeply. Let it all go. And for those of you who have just joined us, just join in. We are tapping on the stress and anxiety and worry and sadness we are all experiencing. We are tapping for relief, to find relief. Just trust the process and tap along. Really well done. And now let's continue together. Just repeat after me. We'll be finishing the tapping together. Even though I'm feeling all those emotions, even though I'm feeling all this pain, I am choosing to let it go now. In this very moment, I'm choosing to feel relief. In this very moment, I'm choosing to let it go. I know that this is only temporary. I know that we are all in this together. And I know that we all will get through this together. I'm so proud of myself about how I'm feeling. I'm so proud of myself for doing this. I'm so proud of myself for how I'm coping. And then in this very moment, I'm choosing peace. In this very moment, I'm letting calmness into my body. In this very moment, I choose relief. I can feel how the peace and calmness are washing all over me. And I am giving peace and calmness the permission to flow into me. I am proud of myself for taking my power back in this way. I feel good. In this very moment, I'm giving myself the permission to feel good. All is well. I am well. I am welcoming the peace and calmness I've been seeking. It feels good to feel peaceful and calm. I'm choosing love over fear. I am choosing love over fear. I am choosing love over fear. And as we gently stop tapping together, I want you to take a deep breath in with me. And breathe out. Really well done. Really well done. You should give yourself a pat on the shoulder. Well done. So tell me, how are you feeling? Let me know in the comments below. How are you feeling? What has changed for you? And the number of intensity you have given that emotion or the physical pain at the beginning of the session, by how much has it gone down? Let me know below. I would love to hear from you. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for taking the time for yourself to heal in this way. If you found this session of benefit, please do share this video or the invitation to join us at these daily Monday to Friday tapping sessions every weekday at 10 a.m. BST for around 20 minutes, where we tap together on a mass conscious level. Tapping, when we do it together jointly, amplifies the healing benefits, amplifies the relief that we're all feeling. So please do share the invitation to join us. It's a great way to start the day. But hey, you have the tool now. Take it into the day with you and keep tapping every time you experience an emotion or a pain which you rather don't have. Keep tapping. Thank you for joining me, and I see you all tomorrow. And hey, we are one day closer to the end of the lockdown. Isn't that wonderful? Have a great day, and I see you tomorrow. Bye.